Yeah, I know what you're going to say. One video every 3 weeks does not make a YouTube channel, and you're right. I know you're right. But I've been busy. Let me just catch you up on what's happened in the last 3 weeks. Then we can get on with today's ride, which is a 100-mile ride. I'm joining on the back of a group of local doctors who are doing a ride for prostate cancer. So what's been going on?
Essentially, I've been sitting at my desk working away for weeks on end. Although it has been relatively successful, I even managed to get on the BBC recently. Before you ask, it was on a show called Click, not Crime Watch. Although the way my legs feel most days, it could have been Antiques Roadshow. When I'm not working, I'm still sitting here trying to work out the route and the planning for this year's Riding the Long Way Home. All that sitting around means my FTP's gone down and my weight's gone up. Well, that and my inability to stay away from crisps. I'm just hoping that the extra gain in weight is not the thing that's responsible for the cracks in my Bianchi frame, which meant that I had to claim for a new one under warranty. And I finally got in my first club ride for over 15 months, and it just reminded me that the thing I love the most is sitting around chatting with people, having a coffee afterwards.
Of course, a proper YouTuber could have turned all of that into lots of separate bits of content, but you know what? I just didn't have the time. What did occur to me though last week was I was using all of that as an excuse not to commit to a training plan. And of course we all know if you're going to get to reach a goal, you've got to have a plan and you've got to commit to it. And you've got to sacrifice some things to get to it. But I think there's a couple of other things that make a plan work as well. One of those is compromise. So you've got to fit in with all the people in and around you, as well as just the circumstances of your own life. And the other is, you probably need to be a bit selfish to stick to a training plan for yourself. I don't feel bad about dropping out at some point and telling people that I need to go and do my own thing. Because you've got to get used to riding your own pace, your own way. So a little bit of selfishness helps. Morning. Ooh, there's some hills. Oh, that's pretty. Here's a case in point about being selfish. Everyone else on the ride has stopped for some lunch. I took about 5 minutes, and then I need to get going again. One, because I'm still managing my back problems. Two, because I get cafe legs. I just can't sit around. I find it really hard to get going again. So I'm heading off on my own, but they will definitely catch me. So what's the training program I'm working to? Well, for the last 3 years, I've done the same thing. Shorter rides during the week before or after work, and then longer rides at the weekend, back to back. And you probably would say, that's exactly what the average club cyclist does anyway. So how is that a training program? Fair point. I suppose the only difference is that I make sure that all the longer rides are incrementally longer every single weekend, so that I build up from 100k up to 160k or 100 miles over the period of a few months, and then make sure I do at least 100k the next day. The difference this time is I'm adding a bit more structure to the weekly rides. I'm using the Zwift Gran Fondo plan to make sure that the rides during the week have got the right level of intensity, so then at the weekend I can just focus on time in the saddle. 15k since the lunch stop, and they haven't caught me yet. So either I'm doing amazingly well, or more likely, they had a longer lazy lunch. Sooner or later that train is going to appear behind me. It's New Kid Day! Oh, I think the word you're looking for is resplendent. I've been saving this jersey for a special occasion. Mystery solved as to why they haven't caught me yet. I'm miles off course. I really should have paid more attention to the route planning. What an idiot. Now I've got to find some way to track across the country to get to where the other guys are going to be, to meet them at the next stopping point. Still, I'm not complaining. It does look beautiful. Sausage roll on the go. I made my way to the second coffee stop. So the chances of me coinciding my ride with these guys is pretty slim, I imagine. They were due to hit it after 71 miles and I'm more like 88 miles. And the answer is no. Oh my God. If that is them, that would be absolutely amazing. What an amazing coincidence.
Just come in.
I literally just arrived. Yeah. That's the ride done. Well deserved beer. How much money have you raised in?
A total of £830 for prostate cancer in the UK, but we'll get it up to 1,000 today. So yes.
Excellent work. Rehydration all round. Yesterday when I was doing the 100 miler, I said that you had to have commitment, make some sacrifices, some compromises, and perhaps a little selfishness as well. But I think you also need a little bit of imagination and ingenuity. So today's ride, I've gone full gravel. Today I'm riding the Downs link from Guildford to Shoreham and then across to Hove, where my parents live. This is 52 kilometres of gravel to start off with. It's been a beautiful evening. Look at this. Well, the Sussex equivalent of Strada Bianchi. Most of the time it's pretty much a straight line. But it is an easy introduction to gravel riding and off-road riding for those who are new to it. Much harder than I thought it was going to be. I wanted to break out the emergency gel and realised I dropped the emergency gel on the gravel, so still 4 hours on the bike. Another good day. If you watched one of my previous videos on building mental resilience, then you'll know I'm a big fan of getting the points in bank when you're out on your training rides. That's why this ride, the third one in this mini training block, is the most important. Saturday and Sunday were tough physically, but this ride means getting up for the third day in a row and then knowing you've got 5 hours at least in the saddle, and it's facing that every day on a multi-day ride that can get tough on you mentally, which is why you've got to do it when you're out practicing and training. I've woken up knowing that I've got to do at least 5 hours in the saddle to get home. Another reason why I really love A to B rides, because it leaves you with no choice to keep going and get home. Do I risk it? I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling pretty tired and sore now. I think I've even reached the point where jelly babies can't help. And that's it. Going to a finish on 86k. Some of you are going to say, go out and do the 14 and finish the 100. I just don't have the legs for it. Sometimes you just have to accept that's where your fitness is at. But 320k over the 3 days, not a bad result. With beautiful weather. Something big planned for next week now. Not promising it won't take me 3 weeks to get the video done though.